Welcome back to our channel. Today, we have a heartwarming story about a family adventure that you won't want to miss. Let's dive into Lara and Sandra's amazing trip to Istanbul. Lara and Sandra were two very sweet and cheerful girls. They were cousins, and they loved each other like best friends. Lara loved taking photos and always said, "Smile, this picture might become world famous." Sandra loved games and candy and truly believed that a trip without candy is an incomplete trip. One day, both families decided to go on a big family trip to Istanbul together. Mum and Dad from Lara's family were coming. Mum and Dad from Sandra's family were coming. The happiest of all were Grandma and Grandpa. It was going to be a real family adventure. The girls were so excited they started counting the days, the hours, and even the minutes. Their first adventure was a boat trip on the Bosphorus. The water sparkled like a mirror, beautiful palaces lined the shores, and huge bridges connected to continents. Lara looked around in amazement and said, "Wow, this city looks like a movie." Sandra was busy looking everywhere when she suddenly spotted a bright, colorful parrot next to a photographer. The photographer smiled and said, "Who wants to hold the parrot and take a photo?" Sandra raised her hand super fast, but Grandma gently said, "Stay close to the family, my dear." The girls listened. Standing right next to their parents and grandparents, they took turns holding the parrot and smiling for the camera. The parrot copied Sandra's voice and shouted, "Candy, baby." Everyone laughed, even Grandpa couldn't stop smiling. Next, the whole family rode the famous red tram. Lara counted the stops carefully, while Sandra wanted to jump off at every station to explore. Dad explained that traveling together means being patient and waiting for everyone. Lara nodded and said, "Like taking photos, you rush, they don't turn out well." Sandra agreed, even though waiting was not her favorite thing. Later, they visited a big shopping mall and went to the indoor play area. There were lights, games, slides, and lots of fun. The cousins played together while Grandma and Grandpa watched proudly. But Sandra got a little too excited about candy. 1 piece, 2 pieces, 5 pieces. Soon she stopped and said, "My tummy says, that's enough." Mum smiled and said kindly, "Everything is good in moderation." Lara added, "I'll have just 1 candy so I can keep playing." At the end of the day, Lara and Sandra sat close to their parents, Grandma and Grandpa, looking at photos from the trip. Grandpa said, "The best trips are the ones where family stays together." Grandma added, "And where children listen, stay close, and learn to be patient." Lara smiled and said, "Staying near our family makes every trip better." Sandra laughed and said, "And too much candy is never a good idea." From that day on, Istanbul was not just a beautiful city for Lara and Sandra. It became a wonderful memory full of family, laughter, learning, and love. What a beautiful story about family, fun, and learning. What's your favorite family trip memory? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more amazing stories. See you in the next video.